Imagine waking up each day excited to tackle the most difficult tasks on your plate. That sense of dread you feel when faced with a challenge could be replaced by enthusiasm, curiosity, and an eagerness to dive into the unknown. It sounds ideal, right? But this isn't just some distant dream or motivational buzzword. It's something you can train your brain to do. With some conscious effort and practice, you can rewire your brain to love hard challenges and actually look forward to conquering them. You see, our brains are wired for survival. We're naturally inclined to avoid discomfort and opt for the path of least resistance. This is why difficult challenges often trigger feelings of anxiety or fear. Our brains perceive them as threats, not something to embrace but to avoid. However, the good news is that our brains are incredibly adaptable. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself, allows us to train our minds to shift our perspective on difficult tasks. With consistent effort, you can make those hard challenges feel not just tolerable, but genuinely exciting. One of the first steps to rewiring your brain is to change the way you talk to yourself about challenges. The words you use matter. The thoughts you repeat to yourself shape your perception of reality. Instead of saying, "This is too hard," try thinking, "This is going to be interesting," or "I wonder how I'll figure this out." At first, it might feel like you're tricking yourself, but over time, this shift in language signals to your brain that challenges aren't threats, they're opportunities to grow. Your brain thrives on rewards, and one of the most effective ways to encourage it to love challenges is to give it small doses of satisfaction throughout the process. You don't have to wait until the end of a task to feel accomplished. Break difficult tasks into smaller, more manageable parts. Celebrate each small win along the way. As you complete each mini goal, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical, creating a positive feedback loop that motivates you to keep going. Over time, your brain starts associating challenges with these bursts of satisfaction, and before you know it, you begin to crave that sense of accomplishment even with the most daunting tasks. Another powerful tool for rewiring your brain is visualizing the outcome. Our brains can't always tell the difference between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. This means that by regularly visualizing yourself succeeding in tough situations, you're already training your brain to feel more comfortable with them. Picture yourself not just completing the challenge, but feeling energized, proud, and empowered afterward. Over time, your brain will become accustomed to the idea that you can handle and even thrive in difficult situations. It will begin to approach them with less fear and more excitement. However, learning to embrace challenges is not just about mental tricks and strategies. It's also about pushing your limits in real life. This is where the growth happens. Start by intentionally seeking out difficult tasks or situations that force you to stretch beyond your comfort zone. When you do this, you train your brain to recognize that discomfort is not a signal to stop, but a sign that you're on the brink of growth. Whether it's taking on a project that intimidates you, having a difficult conversation, or learning a new skill that seems overwhelming, these experiences rewire your brain to expect and even enjoy the difficulty. But don't forget to be kind to yourself. Rewiring your brain takes time, and it's normal to slip back into old habits of avoidance or frustration when challenges come up. Instead of being hard on yourself, recognize these moments as opportunities to practice. The more you notice your responses to difficulty, the more you can consciously shift them. Each time you do this, your brain is strengthening its new neural pathways toward embracing hard challenges. One of the most beautiful parts of this process is the ripple effect it has on other areas of your life. When you start to see challenges as exciting, you become more resilient, more willing to take risks, and more open to learning new things. You're no longer controlled by fear of failure or discomfort. Instead, you're driven by curiosity and a desire for growth. This mindset doesn't just change how you approach challenges at work or in school. It spills over into your personal life, relationships, and even your overall happiness. By making small, consistent changes in the way you approach hard challenges, you can transform your brain into a challenge-loving machine. So the next time a difficult situation presents itself, remember, it's not an obstacle, it's an opportunity. And with each challenge you conquer, your brain gets just a little better at loving the next one.